Who in the hell thought it was a good idea to put Donald Trump on a town hall in front of a live audience? Do you people forget why you silence people? Is because your arguments and your rationales don't make any sense. That's why you silence people and don't give them an opportunity to speak, because you don't have a decent argument. Yet you're going to let Donald Trump on CNN and host a town hall where your arguments won't hold up? Come on, people. Most mechanics are lucky, I suppose you could say. They only have to work out in the shop. They don't have to deal with customers. And the worst kind of customer to have to deal with is one that thinks they know what the hell they're talking about. When they're only doing it to cover up the fact that they don't know what they're talking about. Those kind of people, I hate to say, sometimes they get charged a little bit more. Because if I have to take the extra time to listen to a bunch of bullshit that I know isn't going to work, and it's costing me time before I can actually do the work that needs to be done. Because the whole reason somebody brings me their work is because they're not prepared to do it themselves. Because just about everything I do could be done by the average person if they were willing to take the time and put in the effort. Do years and years of experience come into play? Turns out they do. But in the end, ladies and gentlemen, just like the politics of life, it's all just freaking nuts and bolts in the end, and how everything fits together. And if you're capable of seeing the next thing that needs to be done before you do the thing before that, you could be a mechanic. Because basically, it's really just that simple. So if you can cook, you could probably fix a car. You could drive a nail, know what it takes to make a plumb, put up a plumb wall and all that stuff. You could change your own head gasket. Just a matter of setting the fear aside of doing something new and going out and doing it. Are you going to make mistakes? Yeah, more than likely. But if you're willing to use your head and apply a little common sense along the way, and not force things to fit that obviously don't fit in that spot, it can be done. Hell, I've taught people to do it, and it really wasn't that hard. Now, whether or not the people who sit behind the desk attached to a microphone are intentionally misleading us or not, it still amounts to a customer coming in and talking a bunch of shit they don't know nothing about. And your ability as the mechanic on duty, because that's what being a citizen of this country is basically like, is to be able to pick out who's full of shit and who ain't, and apply common sense practical thinking to determine who's who. So I'll give you a little hint. Everything you're not supposed to talk about is exactly what you should be talking about. Everything they say is totally debunked and beyond re-examination or examination. You should be skeptical of. Because as I've said before, there's a lot more going on in this game than meets the eye. And if that's the case, you better be skeptical. Better not be willing to believe whoever's sitting behind some desk somewhere spouting numbers that you can't verify. Instead, you should look at the body of work. Who's getting the job done? Who's standing behind what they did? And who's just sitting around talking about it? See, YouTube wouldn't have made the same mistake that CNN did. If you come on here and start calling it like it is, and pointing out this, that, and the other thing that makes sense to why this is that or the other thing, they'll shut you up. That's not good for their narrative. That's why they shut people down, put them in a limited state condition, or a shadow banned condition, as the term goes. So I bet after Donald Trump's showing on CNN, that don't happen again. Because anybody who knows Trump, who's been watching Trump since he first hit the stage, that man's unbeatable on the stage. And if you're going to pull him up there and start talking your woke bullshit, he is going to cut you to pieces every time. In case y'all ain't figured it out yet, woke don't fly. And no matter how much lipstick you put on the pig of wokeness, it ain't never gonna fly. Because your practices and policies and the things that you promote and you say you care about, either one, don't make sense, two, are completely illogical, or three, the rest of us can give a rat's ass about it. I suppose in the end, it's our own damn fault. We allowed this to happen to ourselves. We allowed ourselves to become quiet sheep. Go out to your car and try to rev it up and see what happens. You're only going to get so far before the rev limiter kicks in. Well, there's still a few of them running around out here, even though they get to be less and less every day. And just like people, there are some cars that don't have to worry about a rev limiter.